5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We could carry on then.
Onto the final phase.
Right, you horrible lot. Reveal Shadow this time. Shadowfox.
Hey, I go first?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Your market phase.
Search of these. Good to know. Right. I ain't winning this cheese war, so the cheeses can go over here, but the bread war has just begun.
Oh, god damn it. The bread mage is back again.
So I'll take one of those and I'll do a random draw, and that gives me a nice.
Alright then, Nabal.
Right.
You fool! You've given them the lead in the cheese war.
I mean, yeah, first player gets to pick up 2 cheese if they want to.
Ooh,
I ain't winning anything, Nabal, don't worry.
It's a tough choice. It is really a tough choice. You know what? Give it a view. Give it a view.
Get rid of the nasties.
Give it a view.
Oh, many nasties.
Give it a view.
Oh, wow. 4 nasties.
You realise you might have just given those all to Vija to pick up.
That was the golden apples, the pepper, the crossbow, and the pepper.
Look, I need to get my own points. You can easily bury them as well.
Taking some cheese, and taking more cheese.
And 2 from the pile.
And you get more cheese.
Vija.
Scan the deck for the contraband.
I will dispose of this contraband. It's not really useful to me. And I will random draw. Okay.
And everyone is packing their bags. I'm surprised Vija's not just pushing as much as he can into it.
I'm trying not to be greedy. Because I know these guys are going to try and bid to get you to look in the bag.
I'll give you 1 coin to look at his bag.
Actually, let's make it 2 coins.
Let him declare what he has first.
No.
Vija, what do you have in your bag?
I have 4 apples.
Okay, then.
Coin, look inside.
Nabal.
2 coins, let's make him look inside.
No, do it.
What's in your bag first?
In my bag, 3 cheese.
Okay, Shadowfox, what's in your bag?
4 bread.
Okay, Vija, their offer is pitiful. Go ahead.
Right.
Fair enough. I mean, you said you would let him through, but if we put an offer, it would. So we put in an offer of a coin each.
I never said I had to approve it.
It was
And look at that.
legitimately 4 apples.
You should have taken our deal. No.
All right, what have we got here? This was
3 cheese.
Free cheese and 4 bread. Nepal.
I'll be honest, I was hoping for chickens, but well, everyone else seems to have taken them all.
Yeah, we've kind of already got. You haven't left.
Everyone else has chickens. I was rather hoping to at least get a footing in it. So
Yeah,
I'm just going to solidify my cheese.
You say that, but I don't believe there's cheese in here.
There's cheese in there, sir.
There's many cheeses. There's Edam and oops.
Well, I don't believe you've just got bread in there.
Well, I've got bread in there. Why? I literally picked up bread.
Bread.
You can check if you want.
Yeah, I can check if I want.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to check one of you, and I'm wanting to figure out who I want to check.
Well, how about this? If you check him,
I mean, you should check me.
if
Yeah.
you want to check him, I will let you go buy whatever you want when it's my time to be sheriff.
I mean, I was willing to let him check me, but now you said that. Now we.
Do you want to make a counter offer, Shadowfox?
No, check me. Let him through.
Wait, so let Nabal through and check you?
And in return, you can go for
Well,
whatever
I mean,
you want on
okay.
my
So
time.
if you check me, I get money.
Uh-huh.
If you
Or you get money because he's got
I
contraband.
get- so yeah, you check me, I go through because I get all my stuff, and then you pay me the 8 on top for the bread. So that's why you should check me.
Okay, then.
Busy.
I'm checking both of you.
Okay.
Turn those over for me, sir.
Bread, not bread.
Oh, I would like 4 coins, please.
Ooh.
I can give you change if you need it.
There you go. I keep the bread that was declared.
Yeah, you
Bread
keep the
with
bread.
Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese.
I don't know. You haven't flipped it over yet. Got to flip it. Ah,
I mean,
it
is cheese.
But,
No.
I'll be taking 5 coins, Nabal.
I gave you a good offer and you spit on it.
I did spit on it, and I think I'm glad I did because I'm a good sheriff.
you're a good sheriff.
It's a good sheriff. You never see what happened to that, sir.
Yes, the one person that could have cheated and got away with
I know.
it.
Yeah, but now I'm going to say this now, Vija. I purposely laid out those rules because I was hoping those two would pony up a lot more money. I wasn't going to do it unless they ponied up at least 20.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah, you can fuck up on that.
Pushed it. I could have pushed it, but I thought.
You could have, but was it worth it? Was the question. Anyway, you're the sheriff now.
Right.
Oh, Nabal, you need to. Yep, there you go.
Yeah. Nibal, you may begin.
I can begin, you say. All right.
Better than stopping.
Let's see. Well, this can't do. You swine with the apples.
I gotta say, there is a lot of the top of the 2 discard piles right now are just contraband. It's like it's contraband a lot of the way down.
It's got the cheese. It's got the bread.
Yes.
It's got the bread.
Oh,
3.
bread. Say.
Bready. You 2 bread. Vija, who's next?
You are.
Myself. You know what? I want in the bread game.
No, you don't.
So I'm going to discard a cheese, an apple, and some slightly dodgy apples for a bread, and hopefully more bread. Well, not as much as I would have liked, but I'll take what I can get.
And Shadowfox to finish off.
Well, we will put that cheese away, as well as the mead and the silk. And we're going to take bad apples, which are the really good apples, regular apples, and then we're going to go for a lucky dip.
I think I know how Shadowfox thinks.
You do you?
Yeah. I think you've put 4 apples in your bag.
You would be correct.
Mm.
There are certainly 4 apples in that bag.
Right. Urtheart, declare.
4 bread.
Okay. Nibal, declare.
3 apple.
Shadowfox, declare.
4 apple. How are you going to play it?
Nibal, I wish to inspect your bag.
Okay.
Oh,
Fine. If that's how you want to be.
Yes.
brave. Feeling brave about it.
So move your bag out of the way so you have plenty of space to pick it out.
The cards on the table declare.
Oh,
3
apples.
apples.
You, sir, owe me 6 gold.
that I do.
Well, 6 coin.
6 coin.
I don't know what the
Very well.
currency we're in is.
Okay, and the rest may pass.
Thank you, good sir.
Handy, because it was a full suite of apples from me.
More contraband. Look at this.
Wow, dirty boy. Dirty. He's got 4 contraband on that.
5.
5! Oh!
What are you talking about? I had some legitimate bread.
Contraband. Rowing. As is his bread amount. Don't like that.
Just wish I could get it to stack.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh.
Right, Mr. Vija, you can go first.
Okay.
Okay. Thinking far too hard.
I'm playing the tactics. That's like, what can I do? Right. I'm going to ditch the bread,
Bread.
Ooh. Oh.
ditch the cheese,
Oh,
ditch the silk, and then draw 3. Okay.
Mr. Earth.
Oh. I wanted the bread, but it's too deep now, so...
yeah.
Oh, I want to put that on top. So I am discarding those. I'm discarding an apple. Actually, no, hang on.
He's got to figure the order
Discard the
out.
bread first, then
the
the
bread,
apple,
then the
then the dodgy apples, and draw 3.
Mr. John.
We will discard good cheese, some pepper, some bad apples for some bad apples, and some good apples, and a mystery lucky dip.
How many apples did you put in there, Shadow Fox?
Just the 3. I was hoping to get another one out of the lucky draw, but
So you say 3 apples. What do you
It
say,
is
Mr.
3
Vija?
I'd say 4 apples.
oh, okay. Well,
Apples!
that's. I was not expecting first place apples, but it would still at least, unless Ein does a big apple play, it will put me in second for apples, and I'm happy with that.
You've got 3. That makes you 11. I would need a whole stack to draw.
Yeah, I'm more
Yeah.
just cementing a money placement for apples right now.
Jeez. Really is apples.
It is
I
apple.
think at the moment I need to look at some other options for my.
Yeah, like bread is second place is still up in the air, and so first place if you get a good haul.
That's true. Anyway,
And
you said you've got apples. You say you've got Mr. Vija. What do you say you have for apples?
I have 4 apples.
He's really doubling down.
And Mr. Earth, what do you have?
3 chickens.
Oh, nasty! That would put him in first.
that-
With it.
Yeah, I purposely have been keeping those to snipe John.
Damn you! Yeah, because after this round,
You can't do anything.
I
next
can't do
round.
it. No, damn! I was hoping.
I shall let you and your bag of chickens through.
Thank you very much, sir.
But God, if he has another...
I would not be
Damn,
surprised if
no.
he's got a rooster.
No, he's good for chickens, and unless that last one is a. Oh god damn,
It's
man! This
probably- It
contraband.
must be a rooster.
It's gotta be.
What should be a rooster?
He's gonna win on contraband.
You and your 4 apples can go through, Mr. Vija.
Oh, thank you.
See, legitimate businessman.
Yeah, that's a solid amount of apples. Yeah, so yes, I will at least get a second for apples. I'm fine with that. We're having some
I will,
technical
yeah,
difficulties.
There you go.
There you
Cozy.
You can go through. I'm not going to bother looking in your bag.
I know exactly what that contraband
One of them
is.
might have been a contraband. And now it is me for
The
sheriff.
final sheriff, but first draw up.
Yes, draw up your cards.
In the
And,
meantime, who gets to go first?
Who gets to go first? You can, Nabal. Why not? I'll feel
Okay.
generous.
Okay, fine. Right. There's no way I'm going to
Chickens, you're gonna have to- Yeah.
I would need 5.
Yeah, that's probably not.
Oh, it's currently a tied for cheese in second place, though. That's a
We just type of say.
Oh wow, yeah, it's not that much cheese on the field, is there?
no. You've got 7, and then there's 2,
Oh, yeah, Nabal's
3
got-
cheeses. So
But that's assuming that I just have normal
Uh,
cheese.
does Nibal go for
Right.
a bready?
Give it a view.
My chickens.
Give it
Oh,
a view.
chickens!
Oh, buried them good.
Very good. And 4 from the pile.
He's playing it risky. Oh, and you know what? So you can go next.
Fair enough. You're not going to believe me if I try and get contraband through, so all the contraband can go in there.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to believe you anyway or not, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
that's fair. Do I want to get rid of anything more? I don't think there's any point in me playing the Apple game.
Yeah, I think you putting down just one apple or something at the end might
So
not.
I'm going to take that cheese, though,
Okay.
and then draw 3 more. Ooh, yes.
Vija, your turn.
Hmm.
Take the cheese.
Thing is, if Urtheart's going cheese, which I suspect he is, right. Well, I'm going to ditch this bread. I'm going to ditch that.
Oh, with bread.
And I'm going to draw blind. Ooh, yes, that'll do. That'll do nicely.
The final round.
The final round. So
And
who's
what
got
happens?
what?
Shadow Fox can't get any more items, so he's going to have to try and coerce money out of people.
Yep. Oh, so how about so what do you declare?
3 cheeses, my lord.
3 cheeses. Okay. Vija, what do you declare?
3 chickens.
3 chickens and Nabal.
Annoyingly, 3 bread after I saw what he discarded there. What 5?
So here's the deal. I fully expect Vija to have those.
I really did.
I saw him eyeing the chicken game.
Yeah. You can inspect if you want.
I'm actually going to let him through with those because I feel like that was his I feel like that was his goal.
Yeah, because that means he wins the chicken game.
Yeah, I don't feel like that was.
I think he drew all 3 of those right at the end.
Oh, hang on.
Oh no! Because if we tie, what we do is we split first and second place between the 2 of us, rounded down.
A double contraband.
Oh no!
There's a chance for
Interesting.
you.
So we would split the second for teams. Like, okay.
Yeah,
Now-
you would split second between 2.
Yeah, I kind of got effed on that last deal.
No, yeah, fair. I mean, the going for the chickens was kind of the thing I was expecting you to do. So that
Yeah, I was split between the chicken and the cheese. I could have gone either way.
and Urtheart
Yeah,
has the
that's
cheese, and he could have so much contraband in that bag.
Mm.
He could have just decided to go all in.
Be ballsy.
But then there's also over the other side Nabal, who said he has.
3 bread. I really wished I went after Vija now,
Mm.
because I would have loved to have 5.
That would bring you to tie with me, and we would own the bread game.
Yeah, but you know one of them's got to be contraband.
One of them has, and you know what?
I'd
I'm
be
gonna.
stupid to bring contraband considering how much you snuck in.
But I'm also willing to check that bag of Nabals, unless you wish to pay me not to. He's thinking about it.
I would really like to see you maybe get a little bit of an advantage against perhaps. Maybe win the game. 5 coins.
So, hang on. Let me do a little bit of quick mathematics in my head. I will take that, actually. You may pass.
One bread. Oh, nope.
Yep.
Slide out my hand. 1
A
cheese.
cheese. Okay.
And
a
another bread.
Okay, that was
Okay,
actually...
I've stuck in
So-
1 cheese just to make sure no one could 5 stack against it.
That's fine. So here's the thing. I was expecting you to have 2 bread and then like a special bread, which would have given
I
you
wish I had
the
a special
lead.
bread.
Like, because if that gave you the lead in the bread, I was thinking if he gives me that 5, that still gives me 15 for second place, quote. So the maths on that worked out fine. But now we're left with the enigma. Mr. 6 contraband.
Uh-huh. And soon to be 9.
He is the winner of the
Yeah.
chicken game, but
This is
not
the thing,
in anything else.
And you said you had 3
3 cheese.
cheese would put him in second.
It
He's-
would put him second.
That's
You know,
assuming
you-
I've not got any contraband cheese in here.
Okay, so here's the thing. He's definitely got at least 1 cheese of some kind to put him in.
Mm.
But it would just be the 1 cheese.
I mean, there's a certainty that
Would
he might have won. You might as well punch him by looking inside the bag.
Oh, I don't
If he's trying to be sneaky in more contraband, he's been so cocky so far tonight.
Yes, and I don't.
Mm.
But it's also the perfect way to catch someone at the end. He's been so cocky, but then at the end he just goes, "No, I haven't got any contraband,"
I don't know what you mean.
and he really wants me to look. But again, I don't know.
He might be double bluffing. He's known for it.
I don't know.
You could ask someone to pay you to.
I mean, if someone
get
wants to
into
offer me
my-
something to have a look, I'm open to it. But if no
Hey,
one's willing,
that's nice.
if no one's willing to pay, I'm not looking though. Off a going one.
Just out of curiosity, can we offer our own inventory?
No.
Only if you run out of money.
Oh,
So yes, there are rules in the game that if you run out of money, you can give legal goods to cover your losses.
Interesting.
And in terms of bartering, though, yes, you could offer legal goods. You can only offer legal ones.
if I didn't have any coins.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, it's a bit late in the night for that, so we'll. It looks like you're going through then.
Can I pay you gold to look? I'll pay you 1.
No, I don't. Now I'm even more suspicious. I don't.
Nah. There you go. Have a look.
It was a stack of 3 cheeses. He was legit. Yeah, I got that one right.
I almost put a bread in there as well to try and get away with it, but
Yeah.
nah. Right, it is counting time again for us. So
Sounds in time. We shall be back momentarily.
yeah, and I've got a lot of contraband to add up.
I only have mead. We've all scored higher though than the first game.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, Nabal lost.
I went down by 7 points.
Ooh.
So starting from the bottom, unfortunately, this time it is Nabal with 116.
You swine! There's a lot of you.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. You stuck in the contraband.
I stuck in a little bit of contraband.
A little.
In second place is Shadow Fox with
third place.
131. Third place.
Second number, second height.
In second place is Vija with 142.
With his pepper.
An improvement.
Yes. Oh, yes. And contraband-wise, Shadow Fox had nothing but mead.
3 mead.
And Vija had nothing but pepper.
I wasn't on this merchant, at least you. Fuck.
Whereas I had some illegal cheese, some illegal bread, some silk, some mead, some pepper, and a crossbow.
My crossbow.
And I ended on 172.
Way in the
Interestingly,
lead.
we had a lot of ties. We were tied first place for bread, tied
yeah.
first place for cheese. Although, admittedly, both of those were because I had hidden illegal bread and cheese.
Second for chickens.
I won the chicken.
Yeah, but there was a tied second for.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
there was tied second for chicken as well. So yes, I win both rounds tonight. So I guess I'm the best.
You are the Sheriff of Nottingham.
I'll take that win today. I guess I should also close us out then with my
Yes. It closes up before he decides to rob you.
Yeah, it'll happen. So I've not watched anything this month. I'm actually going to start with books.
Oh.
Ooh.
So I had to spend a bit of time with no technology.
Oof.
Yeah. Some of you will know why. I spent 3 days essentially lying in a bed. So I dug out a few of the Discworld novels that I've yet to read, of which I have finished one and almost finished a second. The one I finished was Reaperman. It is a story focused about Death, and as anyone who's read the Discworld novels will know, Death is his own character and is probably one of the most beloved characters from that series. Actually, has anyone else here read Discworld? I think Vijay might have.
I've read a few of the books. I've not. There's a lot to read. I've not read them all, but
No, that's fair.
I'm familiar.
To be fair, most of the books I've got from charity shops, so
Yeah, they're hard to find nowadays.
a little bit. You can easily find them in Waterstones and stuff, but
Oh yeah, but in charity shops, they're less easy to find.
True. So yeah, Reaperman is a story about death, unsurprisingly, but it's about how he is basically someone is trying to force him to retire, and as such, he goes to try and spend his last few days, figuring out how mortals live, since he himself is now becoming mortal. And while that's happening, no one's covering for death, so no one's dying, and poor Windlepoon is not quite as dead as he'd like to be. Was kind of hoping for the other side. What's interesting is that this plot is very similar to the game Discworld 2, which is a click and point game. And I think Windlepoon is the one that dies in that one as well. But in that one, it's not that Death is being forced to retire. It's Death takes a vacation because he doesn't feel like anyone appreciates him, which, fair enough. But that one was a great read. It's got a few twists in it, but it's just kind of almost nice to see the inner workings of Death himself and kind of how he thinks about things. Because obviously it's a learning experience for him as to how, why people are compassionate, etc., etc. The second book I read, which I haven't finished yet, is a book called Jingo, which is basically about this. The start of the story is a piece of land between the city of Ankh-Morpork, which is one of the major cities in the Discworld novel that you tend to go back to again and again, and a foreign city that I've forgotten the name of off the top of my head are fighting over because one fishing boat from both countries were there when the land appeared, so they're both trying to claim it as their own land. And long version short, tensions happen, and you follow a couple of different people throughout the adventure, but it is primarily one of the novels about Commander Vimes. Sam Vimes is one of the recurring characters. He is the leader of the Ankh-Morpork Watch, which is basically a band of misfits who are trying to help reduce crimes that are not allowed because the Assassin's Guild and the Thieves Guild are, allowed to do some business to, they're allowed a certain level of crime. And then after that, they're not allowed to do any more. It makes sense if you read the books. Just don't worry about it. But yeah, Commander Vimes is one of the recurring characters in his watch. And it's kind of the story of how he gets involved with this and how, a big crime does happen, which sets off events. And he wants to resolve it in a fashion that's with as little bloodshed as possible. You also follow a couple of other characters. The patrician of Ankh-Morpork, along with Corporal Nobby Nobbs and Sergeant Colin. That's a fun, interesting little duo, and Nobby Nobbs gets a little bit too into it. I haven't finished the book. I think I know how it's going to finish because I've only got like 20, 30 pages left. But it'll be interesting to see how they roll it up. And it's been nice getting back into the Discworld novels. So yeah, I've still got a bunch more that I own that I have yet to read. But if you are looking to start reading them, I would actually recommend The Colour of Magic, which I think was the first one written as well. You are correct. Yes, and I believe it also has a direct sequel, which I can't remember the name of. But The Colour of Magic is definitely a good place to start. It's interesting because a lot of people are like, oh, you should read them in this particular order. And everyone's got a different opinion on it. I've been trying to read them to be honest, I've been reading them in the order that I've bought the books. But primarily, I've tried to read them in release order rather than chronological order. Because it kind of feels like, because obviously that's the way he wrote them, that's the way he's evolved the world, if that makes sense.
It's
No,
interesting.
that makes sense.
It's interesting to like when you're doing something like any media when it's like chronological versus production order. Sometimes it can be a bit jarring. Writing style could be quite different between them. For your case,
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, for those ones, I think because the other big series that I read was Redwall, and when I started reading it, I did read it in chronological order. And then once I'd finished reading it in chronological order, and they came up with more books, I then just started reading wherever it jumped over, and that worked fine for that one. So I think there's different. Some things work better than others. For this one, I've kind of just been reading it in chronological order, just because that's how feels good. I've certainly got some of my favorite. I think definitely Rincewind is one of my favorite stories to follow, but I do like Commander Vimes and more so the whole Watch Squad. So yeah, those are a couple of books I've read, and Terry Pratchett is still very much a lovely read with those. So on to the games. I've finished off with Lego Star Wars. I think we've had enough Star Wars talk though. All I'm going to say is, oh boy, is that game buggy.
oh, was it? Ooh.
There were definitely points. So I've 100%ed it, as in I've got all the trophies for it. But oh boy, some of them. So there's some parts of the game where it's just very, very buggy. The game crashed a few times on the PS5, which is concerning, and I'm playing the PS4 version. So yeah, a bit worrying. So once I finished that one, and to be fair, I finished that while recovering as well. I moved on the PlayStation to a game called Final Fantasy Origins: Stranger of Paradise. So this is a game made by, I believe, Team Ninja, and it is a kind of Souls-like Final Fantasy battler. The Souls-like term is a bit thrown out there these days. Essentially what it is, and why they're calling it Souls-like, is you touch save points, you then go out and fight. Those save points fully heal you, basically, and restore your refillable potions. And then you go out, fight monsters, and if you die, you get sent back to the last recovery point you had. But it's more like linear levels. It's set level by level rather than a big open world. So I think a lot of people who I've spoken to have played like a lot of Souls-like have said it's closer to Neo, but I've not played Neo yet. One of the interesting parts about it is that you can equip 2 jobs at once, but as you level up those jobs, they'll unlock more advanced version of the jobs. So, for instance, if you level up a sword fighter and a mage, once you follow those trees, you can get to the point where you can unlock the job Red Mage, which is a mixture of both. It can use swords, but it can still cast magic. And it looks like the whole point of the game is kind of, or at least the progression of those is to, build up to the ultimate jobs, and there's 30 levels for each job. I'm getting through that. I haven't actually played it for a couple of weeks. I played a little bit early in the month, but it's been enjoyable so far. The difficulty's a bit all over the place, is the only thing I found, but that might just be I'm still getting used to the systems. The only thing I don't like is, if you finish leveling one job, if you want to go to the next job, it just feels like you power down when you start leveling a new job. So we'll see how we get on with it. I'm intending to at least finish the storyline. I don't know if I'm going to I doubt I'm going to 100% it, because there's a lot to do in it. So that's one game. Second game I started and finished this month is a remastered Switch title, which we've been waiting for a year, when it got announced, and then it got postponed due to world events. And that is Advance Wars Reboot Camp. Now, I was actually originally introduced to this series by Vija.
Hey.
Was it me?
Yeah, you
Was
gave me
he?
Advance Wars Dual Strike.
All right.
A very
I don't
long time
remember.
ago, admittedly.
I don't remember. My brain's melting.
I don't think you enjoyed the game was the thing.
Ah, yes. That might
Do you
be
remember it now? No.
Eventually.
But yeah, so this is actually a remake of the first 2 games. So Dual Strike was the 3rd game in the outside of Japan released games, I should say. So previously, I'd only ever played Dual Strike and Days of Ruin, or Dark Conflict, I think it was known in some places. Now, obviously, this is kind of the ones that most people praise as the better games. So first things that were interesting, remake is being done by Way Forward, who are well known for games like Shantae, etc. Interestingly, they were not allowed to talk about it or any of their employees until it was released. And even then, Nintendo have tried to keep quite hush-hush the way forward with the ones that do the remake, which seems a bit odd. Gameplay-wise, absolutely fine. It plays like the original. They've fixed a few bugs. They've done a few minor balancing tweaks for some of the characters that were a bit too broken, that weren't meant to be. But generally, it's the same game. One slight change is that there is a casual mode in it, which is rather nice because the game is balls hard. I actually played it through on the casual mode because I just wanted a game to relax to be honest. And even then, it's still quite difficult. So I'm glad I played through in the casual mode. There's a couple of other little changes. The final battle in the first game had this thing where the COs that you played... So the final battle in both games is you versus a big baddie who's quite overpowered. And you play 3 teams at the same time. So you basically get 3 goes and the opponent gets 1. But he has a base that's about 3 times bigger to compensate. So in the original, the COs that you got were picked based on the missions that you picked to go through the game. In this new one, you just get to pick who you want for 2 of the slots. The first slot is always Andy, who's kind of the main character per se, which is quite nice. But they have also changed the unlock condition for the secret final fight, which you need to do to unlock one of the secret COs. And the new condition is complete all the other levels, which is a bit of a slog, but yeah, gameplay wise, it is absolutely fine. I've enjoyed my time with it. I have had to look up strategies to kind of get through some of the game, which has been fine, but I can definitely see why these 2 were considered the best. They're definitely probably the best balanced ones of the first 3 games. The 4th game was a complete reboot, so I don't think it's fair to quite compare it. So I will say the graphics are okay. So the base game has kind of 3D graphics of your soldiers going up and doing fights and stuff, and the map design is fine. I quite like the maps, but the animations for the soldiers and stuff just feel a bit... I don't know, they've always had a nice style to them, and then converting the 2D style to 3D just hasn't quite worked. I do like the fact they've made every faction quite unique. I will say I think some of the reason it got delayed quite a long time, though, was because they redesigned the blue team, because the blue team were quite heavily based on a particular region of the world. But yeah, other than that, all the COs have had nice 2D graphics, and that's how you can really tell its way forwards design. And everyone now has a voice actor. Andy sounds very much what I remember Ash Ketchum sounding like, so... that's interesting at times. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. This would have been one that I think the Random Genius would have also talked about. I don't think he's finished the games yet, but I certainly have. It's been fun. Would I recommend it? If you like turn-based strategy games, yes. If you're a big fan of Fire Emblem games, this is kind of the predecessor to it. Or sorry, the precursor to it. You don't have you're sending armies out. They don't have relationship between their units. It is very much just send your units out, know their strengths and weaknesses, and tactical fighting, basically. The only kind of special stuff is that whoever you choose to be the commander who is ordering people about, they do get some special abilities, and yeah, that's stuff you can find out for yourself. 3rd game, I'm going to try and rattle this one off quickly. Mega Man Battle Network Collection. So Capcom have gathered up all the Game Boy Advance games for the Mega Man Battle Network games, released them on 2 different collections. I've only played the first game so far, and yeah, I've played some of the games in the past, but I've never played the first game before. It definitely feels like it's how the series started. I like the kind of card-based system where you get 5 chips that you can try and use a turn, but if you want to use multiple chips, they either have to be the same type of attack, or they have to have the same letter on the letter code for the chip. And certain attacks can have multiple letters, some can't. It's an interesting system. I quite like it. The game does add an accessibility feature which allows your basic attack to do, rather than do 1 damage, does 500 damage, which I didn't use for the base game, but have used in post-game to try and collect a load of chips and just run through the random encounter areas quicker. But yeah, finish the first base game. I'm still trying to unlock everything in that one. Once I've done that, I'll move on to the second game. The last game I'm going to talk about is a game called Deep Rock Galactic.
Hey, you got that one. I saw it said you own that now. So
yeah, so someone bought it for me as a present, basically. So this is a co-op game where you play dwarves mining in outer space.
yeah, space dwarves.
Yes, and you have 4 different classes, and you need to work together to. There's several different kind of mission modes, but you either have to mine something or recover something, and then get back to your ship in one piece while various giant bugs and stuff attack you. It's been quite fun. I've been playing this with some American friends. This might be one I try and convince us to do some LMC streams on. And maybe Shadowfox, once you finish going through your back library, we do one.
I'm happy to take that up at any point. I say I need to figure out what I'm doing with streams and stuff. Monday's become a work day for me now, but
oh no!
But other days are off, so I might switch to Fridays
or Wednesday.
Yeah, but I haven't played that much so far. I've literally only been playing it for like about 4 or 5 hours now. But it's good fun so far, and definitely one I think I want to bring up with the LMC crew as another option for 4-player shenanigans. So yeah, that's about it really. I'm going to leave it there. I've been trying to keep around, and there's a couple of other minor stuff I've not talked about, but I can save those for another time. There's another game I did start this month, but I've literally only played about an hour of it, so I want to get further into it before I talk about it.
Fair.
But yes, that's it for this LMC cast. My thanks to Nabal, Vija, and Shadowfox.
Sure, we'll
Thank
be
you.
heard from again.
Well, hopefully next month.
Next month.
But, in the meantime, we're going to go off and get some rest. Thank you all for listening in, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a nice night.
Catch you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thoughts race around my head to my fingernails. They keep coming like a hammer pounding on my brain. Gotta fight it, gotta hold on to the sanity. But there's a rage burning slowly deep inside of me. I'm being swallowed by confusion, lost between the truth and my insatiable delusion. It's just my pride, or is it just a bunch of lies? I don't care, but I just gotta find myself a place to ride. But I can taste it, the sweet seduction, an appetite for fragrance holding me to ransom. My state of mind is going blind. I'm losing grip of every other truth that I could ever find. I'm searching for a reason. My mind is on a journey, but I'm quickly running out of time. Storm is rising on my horizon. My fate is coming at the speed of light. Don't stay within the dark when hope fades. Don't walk away from the road. Your destiny awaits. Words grip me like the chains of a prison cell, cutting deep through the skin and my dignity. I find myself, I lose myself. I'm looking for something to hold on to in the darkness. But I'm never giving in, no, I'm never giving up. That's just how it's gonna be when it all goes down.